Hey guys, Smokey Rogues Gaming here. I'm Hardcore Kid.
I'm Pickle Sandwich.
I'm T-Bats.
Alright, so the Summer Games event has just finished on Overwatch, so it made me think about a new topic, which is which Overwatch characters would be best at Olympic Games. Alright, so pretty much I'll say a sport, we'll just discuss our choices.
Okay.
So if we all choose someone different, we'll narrow it down to 2, and then we'll vote from there to see who wins.
Yep.
And the ulties. What do we do with ulties?
Okay, so I think with ultis, it should be okay for their physical attributes. You know how Genji can leap really far, and that's separate from his slash. I think that's okay. For example, sprinting or something. That's useful. But anything that violates what we know of Olympic rules, I don't think
Such as killing your competitors.
Such as killing your competitors. That's a no-go.
It's just a complete ban for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get kicked out. So basically, buy Junkrat.
For almost everything, yeah.
For almost everything. He might have a place, we'll see. But his ulti is just a bomb, so he definitely can't use that, for example. But yeah, Genji can use his dash.
Alright, so pretty much speed and movement abilities, all good. Diva's bomb, no.
Yeah, no bombs in
No
the
bombs,
Olympics,
yeah.
please.
Alright, so for each character that wins a sport, we're going to give them a point. We're just going to see who wins at the end. Just a little bit of fun.
Alright.
Alright, so let's jump into it. So the first event is archery.
Well, that one's obvious.
Yeah, all
Hanzo.
Hanzo.
Yeah,
It's Hanzo.
it's Hanzo.
But who do we think would come next?
I think Genji.
Yeah, I wanted to say Widow, but just looking at those twig arms, I don't think she has the upper body strength for a bow. She's got the accuracy, but it's very different.
I mean, she can wield the sniper rifle, which isn't light, and move around with it, but still, it's a different kind of strength.
Yeah, and she's only used a sniper rifle. She has no experience with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, it's a...
So I think Genji would be a good choice. But I also think McCree would actually have a pretty good shot at that. I just don't know why, but he's
He seems like he could pick up any weapon and just be alright, well, pew pew.
But it's the same... it's the same thing, will he know how to use a bow and an arrow?
But he's American, right? They like to hunt.
Yeah, but they don't tend to hunt with bows and arrows.
They could.
Well, they could.
They do.
That's just... Some do, yeah, that's true.
Compound bows are a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we all agree on Genji would come second.
Yeah, I mean, he
But,
had the same upbringing as Hanzo. He presumably has some of the similar skills.
Now, I don't know where I'm pulling this from. Probably my asshole. But,
Orisa, because she's so sexy.
no, Genji. See, for some reason, I just have this, hang on. Yeah.
So Genji.
Yeah. So Genji, for some reason, I just have this bit, little lore snippet in my head that, he and Hanzo were both trained with a bow and a sword and all sorts, and they just sort of went with what they liked. So I feel like Genji's got a bit of training in that too.
Yeah.
Alright, we all agree on Genji.
Yes.
Genji for second?
Genji for second.
Hanzo get the point?
Hanzo gets the
Hanzo
point.
gets the gold. Genji gets the second. The
Alright,
silver.
So you don't get anything for second in our system.
No.
Yeah, you win or you go home.
Pretty much.
Well, we could do a 3-point system. Hanzo gets 3, Genji gets 2, we come up with a third.
That would take a lot of time.
That would take a lot of time.
Okay, let's just go. You only get a point for getting gold.
Wow, okay, we have the no snowflakes Olympic.
Yeah, it's
So
you
bye,
fucking win, cunt, or you're fucking out.
Yep. It's first or nothing. You just don't matter if you don't come first.
The brutal Olympics.
So, the real Olympics to the people watching. Okay.
Pretty much. Alright, so next event is badminton.
So badminton, it's 1v1, yeah.
This is 1v1. All of these will be 1v1 until I say it's a team sport.
Okay. Well, my first thought was Mercy.
Is it because she has the icon?
I think it's because she has the icon. I just have it stuck in my head is Mercy can play badminton. But she also has, the mobility, if she's allowed to use her Valkyrie suit, the wings.
But what about, Lucio or something. Like, he's used to batting things away with his sound gun. Sure, he doesn't get his sound gun because it's a firearm, a sound arm, but he's got, you know, the muscle memory, like moving his arms the right spot to knock something back.
But he
not
has
really
it facing forward
Yeah.
as opposed to holding something to the side.
That's true. That's true. I think Tracer.
That's what I was gonna say, Tracer, because she can just blink to the spot
True.
and pop.
Yeah, half of tennis and badminton, and sorry for saying them like together for hardcore fans of badminton.
Yeah, you
They
just,
exist.
you have just alienated the badminton audience.
Damn it! To the badminton demographic, Pickle Sandwich hereby apologizes. I'm very sorry. You know, like, feel free to unsubscribe. You know, if you stick around, I'll probably make fun of you again. It's just.
That's who you are as a person.
It's just your sport requires no skill, is what he's trying to say.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Sorry, not sorry.
We've played, like, Hardcore Kid and I played a lot of badminton in our youth, and
So
it
that
does
means-
actually require some skill to hit the shuttlecock properly.
And not on a garage roof,
Yeah,
which gets you in trouble.
a lot of trouble.
I also think that Sombra would also be good at this.
Yeah.
Because she can just fuck with your opponent, go invisible for a second, and then just hit it out of nowhere.
True.
So we've got Sombra, Tracer, and Mercy.
I think Sombra would get DQ'd though, because you have to stay within the court.
She'd be in the court, she'd just go
But you
invisible and
can't-
fuck with you, so you wouldn't know where to hit it.
Yeah, but you can't necessarily measure it, you know? Like, I don't think they would let her use her invisibility in this sport. Because if you get like an edgy shot, where she might have to step out of the bounds to hit it. If she's invisible, you can't make that call.
Is this
Yeah.
a real thing? Because I don't really know much
I'm
about
pretty
badminton.
sure it's a real thing. Like, they have, like, painted lines on the court for a reason.
Yeah,
So-
people like try to go invisible when they're playing Olympic badminton all the time. People get disqualified for it. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
You're a big badminton fan.
Oh yeah, I am huge on badminton. Demographic. Please love me.
Wow, we're learning.
You're just trying to make up for it.
We're learning so much about Pickle Sandwich through this podcast series. I'm gonna throw another, like, contender in here. What about Genji?
Ooh.
He's got the mobility, he's got the strength, he's used to wielding a sword, which does in some situations require a sideways motion.
Well,
He's used to holding something and moving it.
and swordplay, like, it's really important to get the edge in the right place.
Yeah.
If he's the ninja that he claims to be, then he has to get that edge alignment perfect.
Like,
He could play.
especially with a katana.
He could play badminton with a sword. I'm gonna say that. I think Genji could play badminton with a sword if he was allowed a sword on the court.
Alright, so Genji, I think you've changed our opinions. I think Genji's up there now. So what about Mercy? What would Mercy bring to badminton?
I think
Just the icon.
I mean,
pretty much just the icon and her mobility, but
It's not as good as Tracer or Genji.
it's definitely not as good as Tracer or Genji.
So we can rule out Mercy.
Yeah, I think we can rule out Mercy.
unless Eye Candy gets you points, because doesn't Mercy have a skin where she is decked out in her tennis/badminton gear?
No.
That's just the icon.
So
So I think we all based Mercy off the
Of
icon.
the icon, yeah.
yeah, see, I didn't play Summer Games because it was a loser event for losers.
No, because you were too
Wow.
busy jerking off over Morrowind.
Which you still don't have a video for.
Mods are hard, okay?
Mad shade from Hardcore Kid.
Ooh, alright, so we got Genji, we have Sombra, and Tracer. So Tracer has that mobility more than anyone.
Genji has it a bit though.
But Tracer's a lot more. I feel like, I don't know,
I feel like
hitting something with a racket is not too hard. It's just like
it's but
getting it
it's-
right.
It's not just hitting it with a racket, it's hitting a shuttlecock. You have to hit it a certain way, otherwise you're just sending it flying over the court or out of bounds. So
Yeah.
I think Genji is the one to go with this. Like, he knows how to wield something with precision. And he's got that mobility that's going to get him around the court. Is it a court in badminton?
it's a court.
Well, yeah,
It has
it's
to be some kind of court.
it's a court for our purposes.
Who cares? It's badminton.
You've taken such a strong stance
Wow,
on
alright,
badminton.
we're gonna move on to something else before
Okay.
we lose all of our subscribers.
So
So I do
Genji
agree
gets a
that
point.
Genji wins.
Cool.
Yes, it's Genji. It's
Wow,
we can't contest that.
Japan is taking it away
the
so far.
The Shimada fuckers got this.
Well, to be fair, Australia has no good competitors here.
Just got
No, I think Junkrat can do well on some things.
Alright.
I'm gonna bring that strongly as fuck because
Okay.
I want Aussie to win.
Alright, we'll see.
Alright, so moving on. Next up is boxing.
Doomfist.
Straight Doomfists.
Yeah, straight Doomfist. Are cybernetics allowed?
Doomfist's fist kills people. So he wouldn't be able to use that.
Not always. And boxing is separated into, like, weight classes, isn't it?
Yeah, but we don't have the time for each weight class.
Okay, true.
But like, all of my experiences with Doomfist is me getting donkey fucking punched, me flying into a wall and dying.
Okay.
I think Doomfist is still pretty strong. Like, he punched his way out of a prison cell without the Doomfist gauntlet.
Yeah.
So is he even allowed to use his fists because they kill people?
Well, he's got gloves on.
But imagine him, like, accidentally punching with his non-Doomfist hand and setting off the arm cannon.
I feel like his other hand would be like a little raisin. You know, like...
But that's his melee hand. He still does decent damage with it.
Did he have a shotgun in prison? Surely you can unload the thing.
Okay, yeah, presumably he can unload his arm cannon.
Yeah,
Because otherwise that would be mad awkward, because you can't wipe your butt with a Doomfist.
exactly.
So you don't want to take risks.
So Doomfist, minus his shotgun hand, which is, by the way, ridiculous. What are you doing, Blizzard? And his Doomfist. I think Doomfish has got it. Like, I can't think of... Maybe Bastion. But other than that...
But like, I'm still like, when he does that charge up punch, it kills people. That hurts people.
Carl!
We have to
That
kind of decide
kills
if this is legal or
people.
not.
Well, okay, Conor McGregor. If he punched you, you'd die. I think he's on a level. I think Conor McGregor...
A lot of people could punch you and die, but we're talking about his ability itself. Always kills people.
I think the Irishman could punch his way out of a prison cell. If we're comparing the strength levels of these two people, I know Doomfist has this ability, but it's based on his physical attributes. And the Doomfist. This is hard to...
But then, like, if you put him up against Bastion,
Bastion has the boxing emote, I just remembered that.
yeah. But you can't knock out an Omnic without killing it. And then
Alright.
you have to have that, like, weird philosophical question of, like, can you kill an Omnic?
Well, you can fix it.
Yeah, exactly. So is it dead or is it just knocked out?
Alright, but what about Winston, Primal Rage?
Just flinging your opponent out of the ring
If they
counts
fling
as
them
a
out of the
victory.
ring and they don't get back in time, that's a victory.
That
I
counts.
think you're thinking of wrestling. I don't know what that rule is for boxing.
I think...
Oh, that is WWE.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, but like, I've never actually seen anyone fall out of the ring
Out
in
of the
boxing,
ring in
and what
boxing.
happens.
I don't know.
I think that's it.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
I feel like you can't land safely without being, like, technically knocked out. I think it would be a TKO.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'd be like instant TKO.
So, we've got Doomfish, we've got Winston.
But the thing is, Winston's strikes aren't punches, so they may not be legal.
The bitch slaps.
Yeah, they're bitch slaps.
But
bitch
if he has
slaps.
gloves on, it's just a fucking backwards fist. I mean, he also does come across with a hook.
That's true, he does hook.
Like, we're not saying that he'd always be like that. He could just be fucking constantly hooking,
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so it could be punches, which are legal.
Yeah.
which is his whole ability.
But
Yeah.
then, I don't think an outside, like a swinging punch from the outside is okay. You can't hit the back of the head.
But when it hit the side, that's why
Yeah.
it's a hook.
Yes,
Or
it's
the
just a very
torso.
wide hook that leaves him very
It's like a
open.
fucking, what's it called, haymaker or something?
So,
Haymaker sounds right.
Yeah, haymaker. Alright,
Okay.
so we can agree on Doomfist and Winston in the top two.
Yeah, I think Winston's got it.
I think the fish has got it.
I vote Winston.
Because
I f-
he's literally a giant gorilla.
That's true. And while Doomfish is, peak human condition,
Doomfist is goals on, like, physique.
Yeah.
absolutely, I'd fuck Doomfish.
So, who votes Winston? I do.
I vote Winston.
But what about Roadhog. He can take a
Road-
hit.
I don't know.
He can take a hit, but he can't give them.
Yeah, I think he would just be like Homer, where he just gets fucked up.
But he just keeps getting back up.
Yeah. I don't think Roadhog's a good choice here.
Okay. Fuck me. So the fish or the gorilla?
I've got to give it to the gorilla.
Harambe. I'm sorry.
I'm outvoted.
That's it. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Winnie Blue, you got
You
it.
get nothing for second.
Alright, so the next event, which is a really fucking weird name, Canoe Slalom. Slalom?
Slalom?
Slim.
Salmon.
SLALOM, which pretty much means it's whitewater rafting, where they go through like the two tubes and down the whitewater raft thingy.
Okay, so
Salmon.
they have to hit all these points.
Yeah,
as
so they have to be able to like
maneuver.
going down a really fast fucking
Like a
river kind
yeah.
of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's checkpoint race.
Artificial, yeah, checkpoint race.
Okay, so it's like the skiing version, but on whitewater.
Yes.
Okay.
So whitewater rafting salmon. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is hard. But I'm thinking Farah.
I was thinking more like soldier.
I was thinking Zarya. She's got the strength. Like, if you can bench, is it bench? No, she's deadlifting.
Deadlifting.
She is deadlifting 512 pounds. 513 if she achieved her New Year's resolution.
True.
You can steer a raft with that.
She is strong, but she's heavy. Will she be able to actually make the turns?
Because yeah, it takes a lot of fine steering.
But then, okay, you sit her in the front of the boat, right? And she's got her paddle, whatever she's got, to stick into the ground. She acts as sort of the fulcrum with her weight. She holds the boat stable, and then the back of it drifts. And so she can use that
But
to steer.
there's a seat made right in the middle of it,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
can't really go in the front.
It's
Oh.
like kayak more than a
Yeah.
canoe.
I see.
So she can't counterbalance.
That's true. And if she tips,
I think, yeah,
she's done.
if she was on the front, she'd just fall off straight away, because you have no
It would-
weight at the back.
Yeah, it would forward tip.
I was thinking like a blow-up raft. Ignore me. I know nothing about whitewater rafting.
Okay, hear me out for Farah though. So she wears that armor consistently, so we know that she's strong. And when we see her out of the armor, we know that she's fit. And she's used to like that fine maneuverability. Like it's not exactly the same because she's going through the air, but she's used to making those small changes in direction.
Hell yeah, she's fit, fam.
And also, I'm guessing that because it's a part of her, like her armor, she would actually be allowed to use her wings, like kind of lean over and put them in the water to turn as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like she would have to be used to, especially in like windy conditions, she would be used to having to make those small changes, like those to fix her path.
She's fit and firm.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't think there's any competition here.
I don't know. I think Soldier though. Soldier is like, he's a pretty fit dude. He's strong. Like, I think he also has that like that talent kind of thing where if he does something, he's good at it.
Yeah, he
You
is
know
a bit
those,
of a
like-
jack of all trades kind
Yeah,
of
those
guy.
fucking assholes that you can just do something and just pick it up in like
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah, but not at an Olympic level.
Yeah, that's the only thing. This was a hard one, but I think Farah has it for me as well.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she's got the strength without being too heavy. I think she's got some knowledge in maneuvering. I think she's got it.
Yeah. Sorry, Zarya. You are strong, but you're too heavy.
You do just okay.
Okay, point for Farah.
Alright, but the next one is a canoe sprint. So it's pretty much flat water. It's just going straight and as fast as you fucking can.
Tracer. Because she can row several times, then rewind.
But she would
She
also
goes
go
backwards.
back.
Oh boy.
So-
Yep, I've just got Tracer rowing
Yeah,
backwards.
otherwise, if the canoe didn't go backwards, it would keep going, and she would go back and just be in destination fucked.
Wait, no. Because Tracer doesn't rewind her actions. She just goes to an earlier point in her time stream.
Which would be at the starting line.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I also don't think she would have the strength. Like, we've been on rowing machines. It takes arm strength, like
It's
upper
full
body
body.
strength.
It's
yeah.
full body because you're also using your legs as well to push yourself back as you're pulling.
Yeah.
Look, if Tracer can punch a robot and not break her hands, then I think she's strong enough.
Maybe she's just good at fisting, but that's a different topic.
Wow.
That's a bit more of an R-rated topic.
Okay, well...
I'm thinking Farah again.
Alright, but for Farah though, with the slalom, it was more that she was able to maneuver.
Yeah, okay,
What
true.
do you think would make her just keep on going straight?
True. I mean,
Like,
she might...
she is fit,
Yeah.
but fit enough.
How long is it? Like, what's the
I think
distance?
they're around 100 meters or 200 meters. I'm not actually sure.
Okay.
Doomfish. Doomfish has got it. It's right in the name. Fish. He's aquatic.
But you'd be going in circles. Because one side is so much stronger. He would be, like, trying to
I don't-
row and just...
I don't think one side's stronger. I think it just
He's
has...
got the Doomfist on one side.
It's not bonded to his arm. He can clearly take it off.
I fucking got it.
What?
Yeah.
Reinhardt. Alright, we said abilities count. Just sits on the fucking canoe. Rocket blast. Fucking done.
True.
Okay. Oh, does he get his armor though? And
Like,
his
it would
ar-
weigh him down, but his canoe would be built for him.
Well, if we allowed Farah to have her armor, we have to allow Reinhardt to have his armor.
That's true.
So he could just rock it all the way. When it stops, the momentum will just keep him going.
That's true.
Beer.
Yeah, okay, you've got me, man. I can't argue with
Yeah,
that.
that's you just.
I'm just having a quick look at the character list I've made up. Diva possibly, but I don't think it's enough
It's
for
not
us to
as
keep on
long.
going.
Yeah.
Bastion. He turns into a turret, points behind the canoe, and just shoots.
Kind of like in GTA where you're in your tank and you turn around to go a bit faster.
Yes.
I don't think
he's
that's
not-
enough, but
He's not really rowing then either.
That's
Reinhardt's not rowing, but we're
But
allowing
he could be
his
rowing.
abilities.
He could put on
He
a
could
show.
be rowing while he was. Like,
Bastion
rocket-
has tiny little manky arms.
Hello. Yeah, I don't think Diva's mech could row because it doesn't have hands. It just has guns.
No, it's like a T-Rex. Well, it's like a rabbit. Rabbits have tiny little useless arms too.
Take my strong hand, Hard.
What?
I think Reinhardt has this in the bag.
Yeah, I agree. Reinhardt's got it in the bag.
Yeah, there's no competition.
Ryan, my man.
Unless... No, it's too late.
Oh, and I said it.
Winston.
Primal Rage, Rose Fast.
Just the whole time. No.
I think it would be, I don't know, it would be in top 3.
A literal jet engine on your back, I think. Yeah.
Takes it.
Just that
Reinhardt's
thrust.
got it.
As long as he can stay on course, because we all know Reinhardt's rocket punch has been a bit janky.
Yeah, but that's only if you move it.
Did you say rocket punch?
I did say rocket punch. Rocket thrust?
We'll say Rock Thrust!
He charges head first, hey.
Rocket charge.
That's...
But, like, he doesn't
Brief?
have to. He can just...
that's
Wah wah wee wah.
I just had a thought that Reinhardt running into people and walls head first is probably explains a lot about his character.
Yeah, he's got mad,
Yeah!
mad concussion.
Oh boy, that audio spike. I'm sorry, listeners.
We can just cut that one.
We won't though.
We won't. Alright, so the next event is cycling. Now with cycling, there was 4 different like sub-events pretty much. So you had BMX, mountain bike, road, and track. Now I'm just gonna make it to cycling in general, just to save time.
The best general cycler.
Well, Arissa's instantly out because I doubt she's getting
Getting on a bike.
getting like
Just
a longer
getting on
bike.
my dick. Said pickle sandwich.
That was last episode.
But everything carries on.
Yeah, we're all about those continued jokes. I can't get Reaper out of my head because of the skin and the spray and the...
But is that all though? Because we thought Mercy for badminton because of the
Yeah, I know.
the icon.
Like, I know it's a flawed logic, but I can't get it out of my head.
He has the gear.
Yeah, he's already set up.
I think Lucio.
Ooh, I was gonna say Lucio.
Like he's used to like carrying momentum with his
Yeah.
light rollerblade. I don't know. They're made out of light. They look like rollerblades.
But he's used to going fast and like maneuvering.
Balancing.
Yeah. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog, but a Little Black DJ.
Can we say that?
Yeah, we can say Little Black DJ.
I don't think, can we?
He's more of a Hispanic black though, so does that make a difference?
He's Brazilian.
Or is that just being like more specific?
More specifically
Black
racist.
isn't. You can say someone is black.
It's an adjective.
You can say that a black person is black. That's not racist. We're keeping this in. Fuck you guys.
Okay. I mean, I agree with Lucio, but I'm not sold on him being the best at it.
Then yeah, I know I just said cycling, but maybe cycling. It's on a track. There's a couple jumps. There's tight corners.
So we're just
you got
making
your
like
little NASCAR little circuit.
one little like
It's like a 1K circuit, all right, like 1K sprint, and it's got little bits of everything.
like a cross country for biking.
Yeah, but like I was gonna say Lucio myself.
Oh, and I'm sorry to keep mentioning him, but Doomfist, when he goes in the air, he stays there for a while. On the BMX part of this, he's going to be able to control his landing and like choose where he wants to go.
But Lucio has speed boost every 8 or 9 seconds.
Oh, he does have the speed.
I'm
boost.
thinking-
Like, I would say Reinhardt, but he wouldn't be able to control that speed
Yeah.
with his fucking charge.
He's
Same.
like, if you come off a jump and then within like 10 meters have to go around a corner, Doomfist is going off the course.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
alright.
think he has that maneuverability.
And if, like, you're talking about Meteor Strike, how you control there, then he loses all momentum when he hits the ground on the bike at that point. Like,
Yeah.
all forward momentum would be gone.
Oh, he's crushing the bike.
Yeah, like, he's getting, like, bike bits in places he does not want bike bits.
Ooh.
So Lucio, I think that's I think Lucio's got it.
Maybe Genji?
No.
He doesn't have the speed boost that Lucio has.
True.
Like, they kind of have the same build. Lucio's a bit thicker.
I mean, if Genji were, like, sure he can jump and slash, but can he necessarily jump and keep the bike in control?
Yeah, with Genji's dash, is that a jump or is that...
I think that's a
running
straight forward boost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I didn't bring up Tracer, because we've already established that when she beeps forward, like blinks forward, that she's not taking anything with her.
But we've also established that she's a track star. Like, she is, not us personally, but in the lore, she's... No, not in the lore, just for the summer events.
just for
She's a
skins.
sprinter.
Well, I think we're talking about track later. So I think we've all decided Lucio is the best general cyclist.
Yeah, Lucio's got it.
Lucio's got the point.
I also kind of want to see what he looks like without fucking rollerblades on.
He wears that armor. Like, he has to be able to maneuver his legs in that armor.
Is it armor or is it a brace so he doesn't break his legs?
I think it's armor. It looks like armor.
I think it's like knee pads.
True, because
He's
if
a
you're playing with
rollerblade.
rollerblades, yeah.
I think it's knee pads.
Well, that's useful. If he falls,
Okay, I'm
safety
glad you
first.
cleared that one up. Alrighty, moving on. So we got diving. So let's make it a... What's the high one? 10 meter
10
platform?
meters, yeah.
So let's make it the highest one. Yeah, so just diving.
Zenyatta, easy. He can hover. Like, he can do so much shit in the air. And we know he does cool tricks with his balls. We've all seen Zenyatta's balls, and they're quite fancy. And,
But would that be counted as cheating if he can hover? And can he levitate, or does he just hover?
I think... Yeah, because in that, like, Tracer could do all her flips and shit, rewind back up to the top just before she jumps off again. She'd still technically be in the air.
Yeah, exactly. So does it only count that initial jump to hitting the water?
and they've never established if Omnics are afraid of rain, like if water affects them.
Yeah.
Do they rust?
Do Omnics rust?
Well, I think they're... I don't know if I've ever seen Bastion rusted, but he's got that overgrown skin, but I don't know if he's got a rust skin.
In,
He was overgrown, but he wasn't rusted.
Yeah.
But in Eichenwald, lots of the robots
Yeah.
are rusted.
There are lots of rusted Omnics.
Omnics do rust.
But that doesn't necessarily mean water will immediately affect them. Like
That's
if they
true.
dry off between.
They've got a lot of open bits. I think Omnics are off limits for water. I think rain's gonna be okay. You know, like your iPhone can handle some rain, but dunking it in the pool is going to
Like
fuck
being
it.
submerged.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like Widowmaker
That's what I was
would
going to
do
say.
a great job. She
Ballet,
is flexible. She does ballet. I feel like she could do some flips and shit.
Riding on a dolphin doing flips and shit.
Okay. Okay, Lonely.
But I also do think Genji, he is athletic.
Yeah. But then again, so's Hanzo. Like, he's got a highlight intro where he backflips. Like, he obviously has the ability to do that.
I feel like Genji's a bit more athletic than Hanzo.
Yeah, that makes sense given that he wields a sword as opposed to Hanzo's bow and arrow. Like, you need a bit more mobility with that.
What about May? Can she freeze the water as she comes down and do some sort of fancy shit?
But is that legal?
That's not really diving though, that's like being slick as fuck.
That's being Frozone.
Can she be Frozone, or is that illegal?
I think that's illegal.
Yeah, because she wouldn't really hit the water because it would be ice.
She would eventually.
I feel like that's just bending the rules beyond, like, being legal.
Alright. I think we have established that I have shit ideas, so I'm okay with conceding this one.
I like that you're throwing them out though, there's something else to think about.
Yeah.
For a short amount of time before we dismiss them.
Yes, but before we say that that's not allowed.
Oh, absolutely.
You know who else has surprising dexterity though? Symmetra.
I was thinking that, but we only think that because of her ribbon emote.
True.
She is an architect, she would have spent her whole life doing that, so she's fit, but I don't think she'd be like athletic.
But she's like a magic architect. Does that take as much training?
I think that takes more training.
You're wrong!
Symmetra's literally a wizard. Can we...
Yeah, she's pretty much the closest that we get to magic in Overwatch. She, like, manipulates hard light.
Well, speaking of Blizzard, I'd love to see a wizard in Overwatch, please.
That would be amazing. Make it happen. Alright, so we got Widowmaker and Genji?
Genji.
I think Widowmaker takes it for me. Like, I vote Widowmaker. She does ballet, she's flexible.
Yeah.
I feel like she could definitely
It's
do
about-
some flips and twists and stuff.
That grace and flexibility.
Yeah, it is about grace. But then Genji could jump higher off the platform and get more time.
Widowmaker could grapple to the roof and have more time in the air.
Is that legal?
I guess it's legal because she's not fucking with the landing.
But why is that?
Because with May, she's freezing and she's sliding around.
Yeah, she's changed the events
She's changed
entirely.
it, yeah. With Widow, she could grapple to the roof, have more airtime, more flips and shit.
I don't think she would even need to because it's not just about being able to pull off flips, which is the main thing Genji knows, but being able to do like pikes and splits
Yeah,
and all those
the flexibility.
other... Yeah, the flexibility.
I'll allow it. Even without the grappling hook, I think Widow wins.
Yeah, I agree.
Widow has the point.
Alright.
So no one's actually like edged ahead yet. Everyone that has won a point is just on one.
It's almost like they're all unique characters with different and non-overlapping abilities, except Orisa, who's shit at everything and will never win a medal ever.
I'm gonna prove you wrong.
And also you're just trying to hide your Orisa fetish.
No, because the next one is Equestrian. She is a fucking horse.
But she can't ride a horse.
She
But
can't
does she
jump.
have to because she is a horse?
She can't jump.
Yeah, and she's changing the event by
She does
being
jump.
the horse.
She can't jump high enough to clear
I'm
the
just trying
barriers.
to like help your obsession with Orisa.
I don't think it's me that has the Orisa fetish right now.
I haven't
Hardcore kid.
said anything about Orisa's. Actually, I said something about her butthole. But you were saying stuff about Orisa porn.
Okay.
That's
Moving
true.
on.
You
Moving
know
on.
what? You know who was definitely a horse girl growing up? Mercy. She was like
I thought you were
she
gonna
was...
say Tracer.
No, Mercy was definitely a horse girl growing up. You know those girls that are just obsessed with horses and their families are well off enough
And they're
that they
always
get...
blonde.
And they're always blonde.
They are always blonde.
Yeah, horse girls are always blonde.
Is everyone from the Saddle Club blonde?
No, there's like brunettes and there's like a... I can't remember what nationality she is. There's
This
a black
is
girl.
me.
I think we landed on being able to call people black.
Life should
Yeah, so
be...
it's alright to say that they're black. As long
Fight
as...
for everyone!
Oh god.
everyone!
But yeah, I feel like Mercy was like such a horse girl.
When you say that,
Alright.
it takes me back to my Orisa porn.
Oh god.
Horse girl.
You and your Orisa
Alright.
porn.
Alright. McCree's a cowboy.
Yeah.
Yee, doggy.
We don't know if he's able to ride a horse, but he is a cowboy.
He,
Yeah.
He's He's part of a bikie gang. Like
He's
Roots.
in a, that's true.
Yeah.
He's in a bikie gang.
But if he's got that cowboy influence, there's a possibility he grew up on a ranch, right?
Possibly.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
So he could probably
thinking about.
handle a horse, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he can get the horse to do the fine turns and the jumps and stuff.
We've got to do a lot of conjecture there. Like on Route 69, it's just bikes. There's no horses, you know. Like,
It's true.
I don't know.
But we also have no evidence at all that Mercy was a horse girl.
Apart from
That's
my,
just your. That's
my-
your opinion.
It's my incredibly strong intuition that she was a horse girl.
I don't know. I feel like if we're going off backstories and like the characters themselves, I think McCree would have the most experience with a horse.
Yeah, I guess that does make the most sense, but I feel so strongly that Mercy was a horse girl, and I also feel like I don't know heaps about Widowmaker's background, but if she became a professional ballerina, she had someone payrolling her. Like,
Yeah.
ballet is expensive.
Well, she and her husband were, I imagine, quite well off being, you know, high up in Overwatch back when it was a thing.
Yeah, but, like, to be that good, because she was pro. Like, you have to be training from, like, 4.
Yeah, she was probably a rich kid.
Yeah,
But
Like-
maybe she put all her time into ballet.
that's true.
So these are a lot of things we don't really know about these characters.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I guess conjecture has to be a thing here, and
yeah.
I think it's a tie between Mercy and Widowmaker at the moment. We'll have to take it to the vote.
So not McCree at all.
I think
No.
like cowboy riding is more about like getting places and mustering.
Yeah, I'm sure he can surf on the back of a horse, and it looks really beautiful. And Matt Mercer hit us up. We think you're gorgeous, but I don't think
Oh my
McCree.
God.
If there was a rodeo event, McCree would have it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think McCree could ride a bull.
I really want to see Torbjorn on a horse.
Oh my god, you'd have to custom make his saddle.
Yeah.
He has to make his horse.
You'd have to ride a pony.
Yeah, exactly.
Little tiny jumps.
Is Torbjorn literally a dwarf?
He's
Swedish.
Okay.
Who votes? Okay, so who votes for Widowmaker?
I'm gonna vote for Widow.
I do too.
All right, I'm
Fuck your
outvoted.
opinion.
Yeah.
Were you voting for Mercy?
I
Or
was
were you
voting
gonna-
for Mercy. I think, like, she seems more, I don't know, authoritative. I think a horse would respect Mercy. I think with Widowmaker, she's too petite and graceful for a horse to respect
No.
her.
No, I think
She's
Widow.
cold as
yeah.
ice.
I think Widow would be like, respect my authority, and then she would.
I feel like it would be more that, like, this sucks and I don't support this, but I feel like her horse would be scared to fuck up.
Yeah, no, that's she beats the horse if it fucks up. You're right. Widowmaker wins, and she's the bad guy in the movie.
Yeah.
Mercy is the underdog, but she doesn't win.
Yeah, unlike every child movie that has a horse in
Exactly.
it.
The Mighty Ducks was wrong. The more talented team always wins.
And sometimes the more well-funded team wins. Like, in real life.
And talking about the fight again, Mayweather won because he's a talented boxer. He might have been the villain
my
in McGregor's story, but he's the more talented boxer.
Why are we talking about this?
It's on my mind.
I agree with that, but like Mayweather fans, McGregor's the villain.
You
And,
think
which
also-
also popped a boner during weigh-in, which I find fucking hilarious.
That was a testosterone thing.
Yeah.
Like,
How is he the villain? I know he shit talks a lot.
He's not a great... He doesn't seem like a great guy.
he shit talks a lot, but he's like, after the fight's finished, he wins or loses. He usually is like kind of a, I don't know.
Like, he's sporting?
Yeah, he's sporty. He talks to the guy. Like, I saw what he said after he lost to Mayweather. He was like, I gave it my best. Like, well done.
Yeah,
Okay.
like he's got respect for his opponents. He shit talks because that's the game.
That's him, though.
Yeah. And Mayweather, like, he just looked like a villain. Like, that scalp massage
He
he was
came with the
getting.
balaclava.
Oh my god.
Balaclava?
Balaclava?
He came in super villain costume.
Yeah, he was wearing a balaclava.
Like, there should there should have been, like, the Imperial March when Mayweather was entering the ring.
Yeah, he made a big mistake by wearing a balaclava. We are so off topic.
Back to Overwatch.
What were
What's
we even
next?
talking about?
We just concluded Equestrian for Widowmaker, who is in the lead now with 2 points.
Alright. Next sport is fencing.
Genji.
Genji. It has to be Genji.
Yes.
No one
Yes.
else uses a sword.
Yeah, there's no one who can stand up to him.
Well, I think
Ooh.
Hanzo has a chance, but he doesn't use a sword in the game.
Yeah.
Genji wields a sword.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
they're not stabbing weapons, and fencing is stabbing. You don't slash.
But I think he has way more sword experience than anyone else.
Yeah.
He could adjust to it very quickly.
Yep.
Like, literally no one else knows how to wield a sword.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I think Hanzo does in the animation, but I think Genji uses a
It's
sword
better.
in game.
Yeah.
No, Hanzo wields his bow like with blades on it. I think.
I think that's right. I think he does. No, I think. Yeah, he does the thing with the stuff and the doodly doos. And
Oh
It's
yeah,
more like
that,
a staff.
that
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's Genji.
it has to be Genji.
Alright, give him a point, and next.
Okay. Genji gets a point. Genji gets a point.
All
Way
right.
to make a Genji there in the lead.
For some fucking reason, golf is in the Olympics. Like, I have nothing against golf, but it doesn't seem like a very Olympics thing.
Dad 76!
Torbjorn.
You say soldier, but is that only because he has the dad skin?
Oh, yeah, mostly. And also he has, like, the victory pose of golf. I think that's why I think that.
I think Torby has a really good understanding of physics, being a like full-on engineer. He made Omnics, you know.
Yes, I agree with Torbjorn. Like, he is also a buff little dude, so he has the strength to hit it far as well.
Yeah, but he's... Okay, this is... It sounds dumb, but he's short.
But
So
they
he's
can-
gonna get less momentum, and he has a more difficult time picking up the end of the swing.
He has a robotic arm. That will help a lot with power.
Okay,
and
true.
like accuracy.
Is
But-
that legal?
Yes, because it's a part of him.
Yeah. Like, it's all gonna be punch shots for him. Like, he's gonna have a really hard time driving.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, he is short. He would have less of a swing, but I think like the power that his robotic arm could also help him with will get
it
the
would-
drive. But he'll also be really accurate, I think.
Also, they get clubs matching their, size and arm length.
Yeah, I know, but... Like, yeah, I guess the strength of the robot arm would be enough to overcome the lack of momentum, or the diminished momentum.
I also thought Orisa should have like some kind of
Yeah.
targeting program
Like
in her head.
algorithms and stuff.
She would have the assist getting both her arms back for the swing because she's not exactly like able to get her left arm all the way back.
Yeah.
What about Junkrat? Because he's got a lot of experience, like, with lobs. Like, the
Yeah.
arc of a ball, is pretty similar to the
But-
arc of a bomb.
But he literally says in-game, aiming is overrated.
That's true. But is that his actual opinion? Because also, doesn't Soldier 76 have a line that has nothing to do with his character?
Like what?
I'm not your father.
No, I
Well,
think
that just seems accurate.
I'm not your father.
I don't know, Junkrat I think could contend, but I would be surprised if he could make putts.
Oh, absolutely. His
Also,
fucking
there's
game is-
patience. Torbjorn is
Yeah.
cold and old. He would have to have patience.
Yeah.
I think Torby's got it, honestly.
I feel like Reinhardt would have the strength, but I don't know if he would have the accuracy necessarily.
Yeah.
I feel like Reinhardt and Soldier would also be like the casual golfer.
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
Torbjorn is also old. He is probably also a casual golfer.
Okay.
Reinhardt's Fire Strike is basically a golf swing. He's got the form.
Oh shit, he
perfect,
does. He does.
But accuracy.
Well, when he does the fire strike, it goes straight. That is accurate as fuck.
Yeah. That's true. Maybe it is.
And he wouldn't have his
Reinhardt.
armor. Well, I guess he would.
He would. We've already said that he's
But
got
he
his
can do
armor.
fire strike easily with his armor, so I think Reinhardt has this.
Yeah. You guys really wanted it to go to Torby, but I'm pretty sure it's Reinhardt.
Yeah.
He just wanted
I
little
want
Torby
Torbjorn
Jones.
to win the Olympics, okay?
You can't win the Olympics.
Yes, you
Yes, you
can.
can. You get the most gold medals.
You win.
Okay.
Like America every fucking year.
No, Australia does better than America, surely.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It's always America, China, Russia.
Because America has Michael Phelps and he always wins like 20 fucking gold medals every swimming event.
And then Russia or China takes pretty much sweeps gymnastics.
Yeah.
This could be entirely wrong, but
Yeah,
the
we know
last
nothing about
Olympics I
sports.
saw, Michael Phelps just destroyed swimming and got America so many gold medals.
Yeah.
But also, like, that's really sad because, like, half of Australia's identity as a country is that we're full of athletes.
We do pretty
We
good.
do well.
But we just don't win. So I think we can all agree that Reinhardt definitely wins golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Torb John. My little Toby Jones.
Alright, so what's the next event?
The next one is gymnastics. So I have 4 sub-gymnastics.
Sub-fence.
Sub-gymnastic vents. Alright, so the first one for gymnastics is the beams, like the balance beam, where they just hop on, balance, and do flips and shit.
Widow.
Genji. Flips and shit.
Yeah, but Widow can do all the fancy twirly leg things.
She does have the twirly leg things and the balance. Genji has the balance and the flips.
So really, they're sort of equal, but in different ways.
Yeah.
Do we know what the judges would look at more?
I think it's general technique. Like,
Yeah, I think it's an overall, thing.
I think you have to, based exclusively on my knowledge of the movie Stick It, it's
That's a great movie.
it's such a good movie. It's my favorite sports movie. It's a combination of like being able to do tricks and pull them off, and the complexity of the tricks.
Well, if we're going for complexity, I think Widow. Because Genji is pretty utilitarian. He's a ninja, he's not an acrobat.
But we've never seen Widowmaker do a front flip or a back flip, have we?
No, good
No.
point. Good
But we
point.
know that Genji can do that. I feel like if Genji needs to, he could do the really graceful twirls and twists and stuff.
Could he though?
Yeah.
He's half robot, it's not normal robot, it's really flexible.
But that's why I think the argument is there, is because he has to, in the moment, basically, figure out how to wield his robot body to do that.
Yeah, he's I'm sure that body's been designed to augment his ninja abilities, so just the utilitarian sort of the jump, the flip,
Like climbing.
climbing. I think Widow's got this in the bag.
Yeah,
So you guys voting Widow?
we're both voting Widow.
Yeah, the only thing which really just leads me more towards Genji is that we haven't actually seen Widow do flips and backflips and stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like if she could do them, she could easily do it.
I think if she does a handstand, because she's so bottom heavy, that's where her center of gravity is, so she's just gonna automatically flip. It's the booty.
She's so bottom heavy.
She's got the power of the booty.
Okay, so it's Widow for this one.
So that is Widow for the beam.
She's in the lead.
So yeah, Widow is on 3 points in the lead. But we will not give away the other people. Alright, so the next one for the gymnastics is the pommel horse. So it's kind of the same thing, but the beam is shorter, there's 2 handles in the middle, and it's all upper body strength.
Genji.
Widow has none.
Yeah, so I think the gymnastics is going to be a battle between them.
No one else has the dexterity to do gymnastics.
And
This sort of gymnastics.
Widow's upper body strength is nothing. Her recoil is ridiculous, even on assault rifle mode.
I think Genji also has this.
Yeah, just for all the reasons we've already discussed.
We're all Genji?
We're all
Yeah.
Genji.
Okay.
But the next one is the vault. So the one where they run up, they jump on the little launch pad, and they flip over and do the stuff.
The as many flips as you can event.
Yes.
Yes. Genji.
Yeah, I agree Genji as well. We know Widow can stick a landing because of the way she uses the grappling hook, but like you said, we can't see her doing flips and whatnot, and that's the main...
But someone that we haven't discussed yet could possibly compete with Genji. So I reckon Diva, we see her doing flips and landings out of her mech all the time.
Ooh. Ooh, yes.
But does she
So-
have the strength to vault off the...
I think she does. Like, she wasn't really a contestant in like the balance beam because she didn't have that ballet background, so she wasn't like able to balance. But I think she could do the 12s and stuff. But we've seen Diva fly out of a mech, doing like front flips, back flips. I think she would be able to get the momentum off the launch pad to do some jumps.
And her APM, her actions per minute, like that's a StarCraft thing, because she's a professional StarCraft player. But when she brings up her defense matrix, every little dot, that's
her manually shooting
her
them.
manually shooting projectiles that are coming in. So she has got to have some upper body strength. Like even like that might just be her fingers from, you know, keyboard and mouse.
That's all you need, baby. But it's just the thing is that enough to edge out Genji?
I'm not convinced that she has the strength to get the vault to capitalize on the flips we know she can do. Whereas Genji definitely does.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just wanted to throw that in there, just
Yeah,
to mix it up a
Just
bit.
in case.
Yeah, so you never know. Like Genji, we do know for being able to do backflips just from fucking standing still.
Yeah.
So we all Genji.
We're all
Yeah,
Genji.
we're all Genji.
Genji has taken the lead with 4 points.
We didn't even consider Hanzo though.
Well, I think we already decided that Genji is more.
Oh, the superior
Athletic.
athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Hanzo's accurate, but he's not, you know, he's not a sprinter, he's not an acrobat, he's a guy
like,
with a bow.
He's strong, but
he's a
not
bit older though, so he's not
a
I
spry.
forgot of the word. Nimble?
Nimble, yeah.
He's not as nimble.
Spry.
Yeah. So I think when it comes between like those two, Genji just wins.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Alrighty. So up next is Judo.
Judo.
So that is Judo's on the ground, isn't it? More
Well,
submissions and like transitions.
Yeah, but I think you're thinking of wrestling as the more to the ground one.
Judo is holds and...
So like in the clinch.
Yeah?
Yes, it's... Okay, Judo is hugging as a sport.
And then trying to trip each other over,
It's
or
about manipulating the other person's energy to use against them.
Yeah.
so I wasn't 100% sure what it was, but I had a decent idea.
Yeah. It's a basically more finessed version of wrestling, is my understanding.
Yeah, it's literally aggressive hugging.
I think Doomfist, like he has all that upper body. He doesn't have tiny legs. I think he would be able to do that.
But with Judo, you don't have to have that much strength. Like, Judo versus Judo, sure. If you're both using the same, you know, techniques and stuff, you probably are going to need more strength than your opponent. But, like, Judo in general, I guess we're talking about the Olympic event. So, yeah, we do want upper body strength.
So,
Ignore everything I just said.
So it would be more
Roadhog.
upper body. But like, say it's Roadhog versus Doomfist, and Roadhog tries to shift him. Wouldn't Doomfist have the upper body strength to like reverse that, so he doesn't go fucking anywhere?
I feel like Roadhog would be hard to move, but I also think he would find it hard to like manipulate Doomfish in the same way that Doomfish
I think
would.
he would be able to counterweight it.
You
Yeah.
guys are forgetting, Roadhog has the strength to pull another Roadhog with his hook all the way over to him at maximum
But that's
range.
a pull strength, that's not a manipulation.
That's all strength.
He also has his hook, which would
I can't use his hook.
I guess he could use to pull it in.
Nah, that's so illegal.
So like, how do you get points in judo? Is it getting them to the ground? Is it throwing them out of the ring?
This episode on the Smokey Rogues Podcast, we know nothing about sports.
We know a lot about sports, just not about judo.
Yeah, not
Might
about
know.
specifically judo.
You might know a lot about sports.
I have a basic idea on a lot of sports. I
Yeah.
like sports ball.
Yay, they scored the point! Let's just go under the premise that you get points for knocking your opponent to the ground. So flooring your opponent.
Alright.
I think Torbjorn's got a bit of an advantage here. He's got his robot arm, and he's short. He's leg height.
Yeah.
It would be hard to grab, because they would have to like bend over and that would fuck their center of gravity.
Yeah, that would totally throw off their center of gravity.
Torbjorn's center of gravity is Torbjorn. Like
He is his own center.
Yeah.
he's so small.
You can just clamp on with the thing. You probably can grab their leg and just sweep them.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was nearly my bear.
Oh.
I felt it on my fingertip. Oh shit.
But yeah, like being able to manipulate the ankle or the knee, like that's gonna floor your opponent. You take their knee out, they're down.
Manipulate the ankle. That's a weird sentence.
I really want Torbjorn to win a point, but like, what happens if it's Torbjorn against Orisa? Like, he won't be able to move Orisa or Reinhardt.
That's true.
Orisa.
Orisa
Orisa.
is. I think if anyone tried to move her, she'd be like, nope, fuck you, because she also has that ability where you can't move her.
She's
Yeah.
stable, she's strong, she has that ability, which is essentially cheating, but I think
But it's her ability, and that's
Yeah.
how it is.
this is legal.
Like-
She's not changing the sport.
Yeah. You compare it to, for example, Bastion. Bastion wouldn't be able to push an opponent to the ground. Neither could Diva's mech.
Not at all. But Orisa's ability
Orisa.
helps her as well.
Yeah.
Can Mei encase herself in ice?
She can, that's an ability. It's not changing the game.
But it's not
But
going to
that's
get
only
her point.
temporarily.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
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 It's not going to get her points doing that. Like, you have to, like, if we're thinking of judo as a point sport, you have to be able to get points to win. It's not enough to just avoid your opponent getting points.
Yeah, well, she could make the floor slick.
That
I think
seems
that is
dis-
changing the game.
Yeah, that seems
That's slightly
disingenuous.
changing.
That turns it into competitive ice skating.
I mean,
Ooh, ice fighting.
But then, Zaya, would she
Yeah.
be able to move Orisa?
that's what I'm thinking. We haven't really talked about Zaya, and
She is strong as fuck.
she is crazy strong, but I don't think she's... I don't know if she could take out a knee, for example. Like, get a shoulder into a knee and drop Orisa
Plus,
down.
Orisa has four legs.
Yeah, exactly.
So
She's
she
got
could
more
just,
stability.
that leg could buckle, but she would technically still be up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd need to take out at least 2 knees.
And, like, shift the momentum
So
on Orisa.
Orisa's got this.
I think
Yeah.
Orisa has this one.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Winston.
Winston and Primal Rage. I'm sure Winston could throw Orisa in Primal Rage.
I think I've been Orisa and been thrown during Primal Rage, but that's
Even
not
with your
judo.
ability though?
I don't know
Oh,
if I've
no.
ever tried
Because
it.
her ability cooldown though, that's when he could do that. It's all about timing. This could be a really
But because he can, like, even with Primal Rage, because he could, yes, he could throw her, but judo is a finesse. Like, it's a martial art. It's not brute force
Yeah.
throwing someone across a ground.
But is there like a circle? Or is it just like a big square
I
mat?
think it's a mat.
It's not sumo wrestling, if that's what you're asking.
No, but I
No,
mean,
I
like,
think
even if it was like
wrestling-
a big square mat and you do throw them outside of the mat, does that count for anything?
I'm not sure if that, like, if the strike would be point worthy.
Alright, so technically, like, Orisa would be the best.
I think given that we don't know enough about judo, we have to give it to Orisa.
Yeah, Winston's just, he's a scientist, he just happens to be big beefy, you know?
Yeah.
Alright,
Just happens to
for
be the
Orisa.
hole.
Orisa gets her first point. No barking.
Ooh.
Hey guys, it's Pickle Sandwich here. While editing this episode of the Smokey Rogues podcast, I found that all of our footage ends up at about 2 hours, just far too long for just one episode. Originally, we intended to do 2 parts, which we've actually already recorded, but because of all the extra footage, we're gonna have to split episode 1 into 2 parts as well. So you've just finished listening to part 1. Part 1.5 will come out next week, and the week after we'll have part 2. As a little bonus, our next episode after part 2 of Olympicwatch will be a fun one where I ask Taybats and Hardcore Kid obscure Elder Scrolls lore questions, and we see how wrong they are. Now I have one question I'd like to ask you guys as something of a preview. Talos / Tiber Septim can actually be found in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. What is the name he gives you when you talk to him? Is it A. Janos, B. Wolf, C. Tybalt, or D. Martin? Thanks for listening. Comment your answers down below and make sure to like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. If you want. I'm not your dad. Probably.